stage here with Sidepiece. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Absolutely, man. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. First of all, let's talk a little bit about On My Mind. That is a song that has such Chicago feel to it, Chicago house music. Who was the inspiration behind that track?
I think it's just, it was a good type of record where, you know, we had a sample that was the perfect amount of obscure, where like, it's not obvious. And I think that's the beauty of it, is having a record where you can have a vocal come back and be like, whoa, I didn't even remember how good this line, this phrase was, and I think that was the beauty of that song. So very Chicago house, where it feels like a deep cut, but it, you know, brings new life into that house music. So
what he said, yeah. I mean, we got the right vocal. You got the right vocal.
I mean, the song came out right, Grammy-nominated song came out right before the pandemic. But let's talk a little bit about how fans were discovering your music, especially people couldn't go clubbing, so it was just like online DJs, you know, Peloton classes. I mean, some people were just, you know, discovering your music in so different ways.
Our number one demographic is Peloton users. Yes, yeah.
Shout out Peloton users. You really did it for us. Thank you so much.
We're not getting paid by Peloton, but Peloton, please play it.
Supersonic, one of my other favorite ones. I mean, I've seen videos of the crowds, like, no matter if it's like the younger kids, you know, they're there with their parents, or, you know, some of the older crowd, everyone is just jumping up and down. Talk a little bit about creating that track.
I mean, it's the same, you know, when we go to create a track, sometimes it's not like a, oh, I want to do this. It kind of like, when we get together, I'll have an idea on the plane, or he'll have an idea, and be like, oh, yo, check this out, like, and, you know, upload it, we get all hyped, and we kind of go back and forth, and so, like, there's never, a lot of times we don't really sit down and say, like, oh, we're going to start a song like this. It just kind of happens, so that one was the same. Just kind of, you know.
If I remember correctly, it was Red Rocks, our first set, that we both sat down at our Airbnb on the couch, and we're like, oh, what should we edit? Because sometimes we make random remixes, and then a year later from that, we released it. So it's kind of just fun. We just, like I said, we mess around with stuff, and then an A&R hears it, somebody hears it, oh, it's clear, let's release it.
And you get to create this magic this way.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about Lollapalooza. You know, coming to Chicago, it's going to be streaming on Hulu. You got an after party. I mean, the vibe of the city and what you guys are bringing.
I mean, we're just so hyped to be here. This is our first show actually ever at Sidepiece in Chicago. So like, this is our debut at Lollapalooza. But we're hyped, you know. I mean, it's what an amazing festival, what an amazing city. The musical history here, the house history here. We're honored. We're pumped.
Diplo and Major Lazer have played here past years. Did they text you at all as far as like, you're coming to Chicago, here's something about the crowd?
No, we're blindly going in, and hopefully, you know, I mean, I feel like we feel good. We sold out our after party, so it must mean there's fans here, so we're excited.
Yeah, we didn't need his permission this time.
You didn't need his permission, but you do have a special surprise here for Chicagoland audiences. Eye of the Tiger, one remix, means so much to, you know, movie audiences. It's been a staple for, you know, 40 years. I don't want to say, you know, obviously, you know, for many generations. You're bringing out a special guest tonight. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Oh yeah, where'd you hear that? Yes, we are. We're bringing, you know, I guess we can say it now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we're bringing out Jim Peterick from Survivor, the original guitarist, and obviously known for the song "Eye of the Tiger." And we flipped that record a while back and started playing it out kind of as a remix or whatever, and it got sent to their team, and the record label heard it, and y'all got away to him, and he heard it and loved it, kind of co-signed it for us. And so now it's kind of become more than just a remix. It's become kind of like a Eye of the Tiger Part 2 in a way. So we're really excited.
And did you reach out to him? Did he reach out to you as far as like Lollapalooza? I want to come meet you guys here.
I think the Lollapalooza thing, both our teams just realized, like, hey, you're from Chicago. It's a pretty epic song for that. We're playing a slot at Lollapalooza. How about we do it? And then, you know, the rest is history. I got some drum sets set up. He got his guitar set up. Dylan's gonna be up there playing the song, and we're just gonna like create a new tech house band. You know what I mean? That's what we're doing.
That's awesome. Well, we're so glad to have you in Chicago. Your first Chicago performance here, and obviously not your last, but we're gonna be here at every single one of them. Sidepiece.